Over 60? Eat peanut butter before bed. What happens overnight will shock you. What if one of the most powerful things you could do tonight for your sleep, your muscles, your blood sugar, and your heart health costs less than $1 and is already sitting in your kitchen? I am talking about eating a small amount of natural peanut butter before bed. Not a big snack, just 1 to 2 tablespoons about 30 to 60 minutes before you lie down. And I know what you are probably thinking right now. Is that not exactly what everyone says to avoid? But once I look at the research on what the body actually does overnight after 60, this habit started making a great deal of sense. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what peanut butter does inside your body while you sleep, starting with blood sugar and moving through sleep quality, muscle repair, morning clarity, heart health, and more. I will also give you the 3 best ways to eat it and exactly how much to take. Stay until the end because later in this video, I am going to reveal a specific mineral inside peanut butter that most people over 60 are quietly deficient in, and it affects your sleep, your muscles, your stress levels, and your heart rhythm all at the same time. Most doctors never connect this to nighttime symptoms. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. How old are you? And have you been struggling with sleep or waking up exhausted even after a full night in bed? Drop your age and your experience in the comments below. I read every single one. What your body is actually doing while you sleep. Your body does not shut down when you fall asleep. It shifts into repair mode. Your muscles rebuild fiber by fiber. Your brain flushes out waste products. Your hormones reset for the next day. This is real biology, and it happens every night whether you support it or not. After 60, this process slows down in ways you feel every morning. Your body produces less growth hormone during sleep. Your muscles recover less efficiently, and your blood sugar becomes far less stable overnight than it was in your 40s or 50s. What does that look like in real life? You wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning for no clear reason. You feel stiff and heavy, even after 8 hours in bed. Your energy is off before your first cup of coffee. Most people accept all of this as aging, but a great deal of it comes down to what your body has available to work with overnight, and that is something you can change. Blood sugar, the hidden reason you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. When most people hear blood sugar, they think diabetes, but blood sugar instability affects nearly every adult over 60, diagnosed or not. Here's what happens on a typical night. You finish dinner around 6 or 7 in the evening. By midnight, 4 or 5 hours later, your blood sugar has dropped. When it drops too low, your body sends out an alarm. It releases cortisol and adrenaline to pull stored sugar back into your bloodstream. Those stress hormones pull you out of deep sleep. Not dramatically, just enough to leave you staring at the ceiling. Just enough to make 8 hours in bed feel like barely any sleep at all. Does that sound familiar? A large study in Sleep Medicine Reviews found that adults over 50 experience significantly more nighttime blood sugar swings than younger adults, and those swings directly disrupt deep sleep. The good news is that this is addressable. Peanut butter has a very low glycemic index, meaning it releases energy slowly and steadily over several hours instead of spiking and crashing. Its combination of protein, healthy fat, and a small amount of complex carbohydrate is exactly what your body needs to hold blood sugar stable through the night. Research from the American Diabetes Association shows that low glycemic foods eaten before sleep can significantly reduce overnight glucose swings in adults over 50. Think of it like placing a slow-burning log on a fire before you go to sleep. It does not flare up. It just holds steady, quiet, and warm all night long. Sleep quality. Why 8 hours in bed is not always 8 hours of rest. You can spend 8 full hours in bed and still wake up exhausted. The reason often comes down to what your brain has to work with at night. Melatonin is your primary sleep hormone, and your brain needs a specific amino acid called tryptophan to produce it. Tryptophan converts into serotonin first, the calming chemical that helps you feel settled, and then serotonin converts into melatonin. If that chain is interrupted anywhere, your brain cannot get you into the deep, restorative stages of sleep you need. Peanuts are a natural source of tryptophan, and here is what makes peanut butter particularly effective. Its healthy fats help tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier more efficiently. In plain terms, the fat helps get the sleep-promoting amino acid into your brain faster. A study in the Journal of Psychiatric Research found that evening dietary fat intake directly supported melatonin production in older adults. So, when you eat peanut butter before bed, you are giving your brain the raw materials it needs to produce its own sleep hormone. That is genuinely powerful. Hunger hormones. Why your stomach wakes you up at night. A lot of people over 60 experience this but rarely bring it up. Waking up hungry in the middle of the night or lying in bed unable to settle because the stomach is quietly grumbling. This is not weakness, it is biology. After 60, ghrelin, the hormone that signals hunger, becomes more sensitive, while leptin, the hormone that signals satisfaction, becomes less effective. When these two are out of balance at night, sleep becomes fragmented. Peanut butter addresses this in two ways. First, its protein suppresses ghrelin, keeping that quiet feed me signal calmer through the night. Research in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that a small protein-rich snack before bed meaningfully reduces overnight ghrelin spikes. Second, the fat content slows gastric emptying, so the feeling of satisfaction lasts longer. You are not stuffed, you are just comfortable enough to sleep. I will give you the exact amount to eat a little later, so stay with me. We are about halfway through, and if this is making sense to you, please take 1 second to hit the like button right now. It helps us reach more seniors who need this information. And if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe to Senior Vital Health. We are here every week with honest, practical content on nutrition and health for people over 60. I also want to ask, how has your health been lately? And when it comes to sleep specifically, do you struggle to fall asleep, or do you fall asleep fine but wake up in the middle of the night? Drop your answers in the comments. I genuinely want to know. Muscle repair. Why what you eat before bed matters more than the gym. Your muscles do not repair at the gym. They repair while you sleep. Every step you took today, every staircase you climbed, created tiny micro-stresses in your muscle fibers that your body rebuilds overnight. The challenge after 60 is that this process becomes significantly less efficient. Scientists call it anabolic resistance. Your muscles no longer respond to protein as strongly as they once did. So, you need protein delivered more strategically, including at night when the repair is actually happening. A landmark study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that consuming protein before sleep significantly improved overnight muscle protein synthesis in older adults. 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter contain around 7 to 8 grams of protein. At night, when your body is in full repair mode and needs a steady supply of amino acids, even that amount makes a measurable difference. If you deal with that creaky, stiff, heavy feeling when you first get out of bed in the morning, this is one of the most relevant things you will hear today. Morning clarity. Why you foggy before you even start the day. That groggy, slow feeling so many adults over 60 have accepted as normal has a nutritional cause. When your blood sugar dropped overnight and your body released cortisol to compensate, those stress hormones are still elevated when you wake up. Your body is already in a low-level stress state before the day begins. That translates into brain fog, low motivation, and that dragging feeling that takes hours to shake. Now, flip that picture. When your blood sugar stayed stable overnight, your stress hormones stayed calm. Your body completed its repair cycles without interruption, and your brain wakes up genuinely rested. Research in nutritional neuroscience found that stable overnight blood glucose was one of the strongest predictors of morning mental clarity in adults over 55, stronger than total sleep duration. It is not just about how many hours you sleep, it is about what is happening during those hours. The hidden mineral, what most seniors are missing. This is the part I told you to stay for. Peanut butter is not just protein and fat. 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter provide roughly 49 milligrams of magnesium, and research suggests that a significant portion of American adults over 60 are not getting enough magnesium from their daily diet. Magnesium is called the relaxation mineral for good reason. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part that signals your body to calm down, slow the heart rate, and prepare for sleep. It also regulates GABA, a neurotransmitter that quiets brain activity and makes it easier to both fall asleep and stay asleep. Low magnesium has been strongly linked to insomnia, nighttime muscle cramps, poor sleep efficiency, and heart rhythm irregularities in older adults. If you have ever woken up in the middle of the night with your heart beating strangely or been jolted awake by a leg cramp, low magnesium is frequently a contributing factor. The healthy monounsaturated fats in peanut butter, the same type found in olive oil and avocado, add another layer of benefit by reducing low-grade inflammation overnight. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary reasons older adults wake up feeling stiff and mentally dull. So, from just 2 tablespoons before bed, you are getting magnesium to calm your nervous system, healthy fats to quiet inflammation, and protein to rebuild your muscles, all while you sleep. What about weight gain? The truth about eating before bed. I hear this concern constantly. Eating before bed causes weight gain, but the science here is more nuanced. What matters is the type of food and your total daily caloric intake. High sugar snacks before bed can absolutely promote fat storage, but a small protein and fat snack like natural peanut butter tells a different story. A Florida State University study found that a small, protein-rich nighttime snack of around 150 calories improved metabolic rate and did not contribute to fat gain in healthy adults. Here's why. When you sleep with crashing blood sugar, your body interprets it as a mild starvation signal and slows metabolism to hold on to fat. When you give it a small, steady fuel source instead, it stays in active repair and burn mode all night. For adults over 60 watching their weight, done properly, this habit may actually work in your favor. Heart health. What peanut butter does for your cardiovascular system overnight. For many of you, heart health is personal. Maybe your doctor has mentioned cholesterol or blood pressure, and those words have been sitting quietly in the back of your mind. Peanut butter is rich in mono and saturated and polyunsaturated fats that actively raise your HDL, the good cholesterol, while helping lower LDL. A long-term study in the New England Journal of Medicine found that regular nut and nut butter consumption was associated with significantly reduced risk of heart attack and stroke in adults over 50. There is also a nighttime angle worth knowing. Your blood pressure should naturally dip during sleep. But in many older adults, this dip does not happen properly, a condition cardiologists call non-dipping, and it is linked to increased cardiovascular risk. Research suggests that stable blood sugar and lower cortisol overnight, both supported by a low glycemic bedtime snack, are connected to healthier nighttime blood pressure patterns. That small spoonful before bed may be quietly protecting your heart every single night. The 3 best ways to eat it. Peanut butter works well on its own, but paired with the right food, it becomes even more effective. The first combination is peanut butter with banana. Bananas provide potassium and magnesium that support muscle relaxation and reduce nighttime cramps, plus a small amount of tryptophan that adds to the sleep-supporting effect. Together, they create a smooth, sustained energy curve through the night. 1 medium banana with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is all you need. The second combination is peanut butter with whole grain toast. Whole grain toast adds slow digesting complex carbohydrates that feed beneficial gut bacteria, support serotonin production, and provide steady glucose overnight. This works especially well for seniors who tend to wake up hungry or who are moderately active. 1 slice with 1 to 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is the right amount. The third combination is peanut butter with apple slices. And this is the one I most often recommend for people watching their calories. Apples are high in soluble fiber that buffers the natural sugar beautifully, so there is no blood sugar spike. Half an apple with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is light, satisfying, and metabolically smart. Rotate between all three across the week. What to look for on the label. Not all peanut butter works the same way. Many popular brands contain added sugars like corn syrup and hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils, which spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and work directly against your sleep goals. If you see hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils on the ingredient list, put it back. Real natural peanut butter has 2 ingredients, peanuts and possibly a small amount of salt. Yes, the oil separates, and yes, you have to stir it. That is a sign you are eating real food. Look for labels that say natural or no added sugar, and always check the ingredient list, not the front of the jar. If you need an alternative, almond butter offers very similar benefits with slightly more magnesium, and sunflower seed butter works well for anyone who needs a nut-free option. Who should be careful? Peanut butter before bed is not right for everyone. If you have a peanut allergy, avoid it and choose an alternative. If you deal with acid reflux or GERD, high-fat foods close to bedtime may worsen symptoms. So start with a very small amount or check with your doctor first. If you are managing type 2 diabetes with medication, a bedtime snack can affect your blood sugar and medication timing in specific ways that your healthcare provider needs to weigh in on. And if you are in a strict calorie deficit, even 100 to 200 healthy calories at night may slow your progress, so track your total daily intake carefully. For most healthy adults over 60, this habit is safe and beneficial, but your doctor knows your specific situation in ways this video never can. How much to eat and when? The ideal amount is 1 to 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter taken 30 to 60 minutes before bed. That gives you roughly 90 to 190 calories, enough to stabilize blood sugar, deliver a meaningful dose of magnesium, and support better sleep without leaving you feeling heavy. If you are pairing it with a banana, apple, or toast, stick to 1 tablespoon. Eating it on its own, 2 tablespoons is right. Do not eat it right as you climb into bed. Give your body at least 30 minutes to begin digesting. Consistency matters more than perfection here. 4 to 5 nights per week over several weeks is where the real changes show up. Better sleep, fewer middle-of-the-night awakenings, less morning stiffness, and steadier energy from the moment you open your eyes. Medical disclaimer. Before we close, I want to speak to you directly. Everything shared in this video is meant to educate and empower you, but it is not a substitute for guidance from your personal physician. I care about your health, which is exactly why I want to be clear. If you have chronic health conditions, are taking prescription medications, or are managing heart disease, diabetes, or kidney issues, please speak with your doctor before adding any new nighttime habit to your routine, including this one. Every person is different, and your doctor understands your specific situation in ways a video never can. Bring what you learned here to your next appointment and have that conversation. Taking charge of your nutrition is one of the most powerful things you can do at any age, and doing it in partnership with your doctor is always the wisest path. Let us bring this together. Peanut butter before bed stabilizes blood sugar overnight, keeping stress hormones calm so your body stays in deep, restorative sleep. It supports melatonin production through tryptophan, and its healthy fats help that tryptophan reach your brain efficiently. Its protein suppresses the hunger hormone ghrelin, so your stomach does not wake you up. It delivers amino acids for overnight muscle repair, addressing the anabolic resistance that makes recovery harder after 60. Stable overnight blood sugar means lower morning cortisol and genuine mental clarity when you wake up. Its magnesium calms your nervous system, supports GABA, reduces leg cramps, and may support healthy heart rhythm. Its monounsaturated fats reduce overnight inflammation and support healthier cholesterol and nighttime blood pressure. 1 to 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter, 30 to 60 minutes before bed, 4 to 5 nights a week. Simple, affordable, and backed by real science. Your body is doing extraordinary work for you every single night, repairing your muscles, cleaning your brain, stabilizing your hormones, and preparing you for another day. The least we can do is give it the right tools. I hope this video gave you something real you will actually act on, not just a tip, but a reason. Because when you understand why something works, you are far more likely to stick with it. And sticking with it is where the results live. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more seniors who are lying awake at night, wondering why their sleep is not what it used to be. If you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe to Senior Vital Health and turn on notifications. We are here every week with new videos on nutrition and healthy living for people over 60. Take good care of yourself. You have earned it, and I will see you in the next one.